you looked at our game last week, a lot of our big plays were hitches and fades, and they play more cover too. So that will, the type of routes and the progressions that you're going to run will be different just by the scheme that they play. At least what they've shown. Now you never know; they can come in and do something totally different. But the biggest thing is getting better every single day and coming out here and just expecting the best and improving every single day.
17-3 game in Nebraska last year indicates that they got a pretty good defense.
They played good against Nebraska last year. It was 17-3, and 2 of Nebraska's scores were on big plays. It wasn't like they drove the ball on them much at all. They had 2 big plays that were 14 to the 17 plays. So if you watch that game, it makes you a little worried. But I just think we got to come out, play with great effort, and understand what our assignments are, and not hurt ourselves, and just give great effort, great second effort. That's probably the biggest thing they do. They play hard. They give great second effort. We just got to match that. If we match their effort, we'll be in good shape.
When Heights received the Player of the Week offensive blocker of the week, or the lineman of the week offensively, was that because he was better than the other guys, or was it because he's the rookie that came in and did better than maybe you thought he would?
Well, it might be that it's the best way to say it. The expectation level for some of the other guys is set a lot higher, so they get graded harder. And Mike came in, and it was his first start, and he played his tail off. He gave it everything he got, had great effort, and just really played good. But he didn't necessarily grade out higher than everyone else. But some of the other guys, their level of their expectation of how they should play is set a little bit higher.
You get any idea about Lewis at this point?
Nah, I don't know. That's the trainers and the doctors. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna. We just coach and play with who's out there on the field, and then if he ends up, that'll be great. If not, we're not gonna worry about it.
CJ, one of those guys that just bought into what your footwork and all that.
AJ, he has. It hasn't just happened right overnight. It's been a process. I think he had a good season last year, and we really worked hard all offseason and summer. His mindset that if he wants to be great, he's got to show up and work every day. He's got to have a great attitude every day if you want to be special. If you're going to just be up and down in your work ethic and your attitude, then you're never going to be better and good. And so far, he's bought into that, and hopefully he continues to do that, and that'll give him a chance.
And seems pretty confident that he can be one of those better.
Yeah, preparation builds confidence. So if you practice hard every day and you have a great attitude every day, then you should be confident because you're prepared to be confident. So
when you came here, I forget the timing. Had he decided to leave at that point, or
actually, the day I got here, him and his dad were outside waiting to talk to Coach, and then we recruited him all through Christmas. It was like recruiting all over again, and I actually tried to recruit him out of high school, so I knew him, and I always thought he was a great player in high school, but him and his dad met with Coach Zook first, and then and that went good, but it wasn't final, and then Coach Zook and myself recruited him all Christmas break, and then at the end of Christmas break, it wasn't until the end of the break he told us he was coming back.
Pretty big recruitment there in hindsight.
That was a big recruit, yeah. That was probably as good.
Did he have somewhere specific he wanted to go, or he just wanted to leave here?
I think he had some places, but he never told us. So I don't know. I don't know where that was.